Good afternoon, students. You are welcome once again to the National Policy on Education and Historical Foundation of Nigerian Education, PDE 5101 online program by TASCE College of Education. We are going into Module 2 of the course. Module 2 of the course dealt with traditional African education. Traditional African education. We don't have many units under this course. We only have one unit here, and that is nature of education. Nature of education. The value of education in the ancient Greek is when an individual is mentally and physically well balanced. When an individual is mentally and physically well balanced. To the Romans, emphasis is on military training and oracy development of its citizens. Whereas the Middle Age England, a well-educated man is regarded to be a priest, knight, or lord. However, in Africa, a well-educated man is a hunter, warrior, and nobleman. In all this, you agree with me that somebody that is not mentally and physically well balanced cannot be regarded as an educated person. Let's say, for instance, when you talk of a physically challenged person, it depends on the disability. Though these days now we have people with various disability and they are still able to have education. But they have to be mentally well balanced. How do you educate somebody that has gone mad? And that is what we are trying to explain to you here. Do you employ somebody that is not mentally and physically well balanced as a soldier or as a policeman? Can such a person be a lecturer? So to function very well, the first point to the statement that you have to be mentally and physically well balanced. The traditional African education is based on the fact that the nature of education is long life, and its purpose is to have functional skills, and it is for centuries. It is for centuries. It is either formally. The nature of education in this regard, that is in the African education regard, is long life, and its purpose is to have functional skills, and it is for individual to contribute his or her quota to the development of the society. Just like in social studies education. For you to be an effective citizen, you should be able to contribute your quota to the development of your society. Same thing in citizenship education. An effective citizen is an individual that is able to contribute his or her quota to the development of the society. And this takes place formally or in a non-formal setup. It can be through a formal group, and it takes place in form of material and non-material culture. Teaching how to behave as a member of a group is very important. Teaching traditions, history, legends, dance, and how to produce things needed for survival. Invariably, traditional education takes place in form of material and non-material culture. It teaches right type of values, attitudes, and morals for peace and tranquility to reign in the society. It involves every member of the society. However, there are 4 processes through which cultural heritage are transmitted from generation to generation in a traditional setup. That is, learned experience in traditional education is demarcated along age grade for acquisition of desired values and attitudes. I must let you know that. And the specialization of individuals in some specific crafts or vocations. Take for example, Kamara. I will keep referring to Kamara because that's a perfect example of an African child in a traditional African education setup. Like I have said earlier on, the processes through which cultural or traditional education are transmitted from generation to generation the processes are 4. Indoctrination, it can be through indoctrination. It can be, secondly, imitation, to imitate. And the training is also there, which is the 3rd one. The 4th one is initiation. It can be initiated into a process. However, Fafunwa 1985 talked about latent aims of traditional system of education, which provided the basis and process of training in the traditional educational system. And these are: 1. To develop the child's latent physical skills, to develop character, to inculcate respect for elders and those in position of authority, to avoid intellectual skills. To develop intellectual skills, to acquire specific vocational training, and to develop a healthy attitude towards honest labor, etc., etc. You can get the rest in the uploaded materials for you. Thank you.